We are redoing this shower for this client. It's a steam shower built completely wrong. We have aesthetically a non-centered shower drain. We have issues with cracking in the mortar bed because it wasn't packed properly. There are cracks everywhere. So we have a failed shower pan. There's more cracking over here. The discoloration in the bottom is water staining. They installed a broken tile. The plumber broke this tile, didn't fix it. No metal edging, just a raw tile edge. A steam shower requires a sloped ceiling. The ceiling is flat, condensation drips on the client. Probably can't see, but I took the caulking out and there's no waterproofing back here at all. So we have a steam shower with no waterproofing. This shower is a catastrophic failure and I'm going to make it right for them. Okay, so I've torn all the tile out and I have found that they had a layer of 1/4 inch hardybacker on top of 1/2 inch drywall in here. Zero waterproofing of any kind. We come to the curb and there's screw penetrations in the curb, and the hardybacker that was on top had no waterproofing in it, so water was penetrating through the screws. We'll uncover that here in a little bit when we take the pan liner out. As you can see, when they put their pan liner in, they stopped it at the door and they didn't even put a corner dam on here. So there was mold in the corner right here on the hardybacker. Very lucky it didn't get to the wood. And the same thing right here. There is the liner right there and no corner dam. So we're down to the 1/2 inch sheetrock. I took the niche out and there was hardybacker straight on the 2x4 lumber with no waterproofing, no corner dams. We're lucky this is still a new shower. There could have been a lot of leaking and deterioration in here, but this shower's only been in service for about 2 months, maybe. So we caught it early. Also, around the perimeter, the liner, I'm assuming at this point, I'll find out shortly, was laid flat on the substrate, concrete foundation, with no pre-pitch under it, and it is holding water on the outside and likely throughout because it has no pitch and no method of getting to the drain. If you can see some water there. If the pan liner was installed properly with a pre-slope, then that water would not be there. It would be going to the drain like it's supposed to. There's been a bunch of mold around the lower perimeter, and I have found an infestation of scorpions. I have photos of those. I have killed about 3 dozen so far. Okay, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to tear the ceiling out, tear the pan out, and get the drywall off the wall, and we will carry on. Okay, just a little video update. I got the top torn off the bench. It was all built with 2-inch thick 8x16 solid center block with zero waterproofing on it. And as you can tell, the pan liner runs behind it instead of in front of it, And block is a porous material, and that's why all these dark gray areas are here, because that's where it was taking on moisture. So all the block is wet because it wasn't properly installed, the pan liner, nor was there any waterproofing on it. And y'all check this out. If you look inside the block, you will find that every single cavity is filled with water, and there's absolutely no way to escape. And this is just a cesspool that's going to cause catastrophic failure in the rest of the bathroom, the adjacent house. It's going to cause mold and give health and breathing respiratory issues. So that's the update so far. Stay tuned for more. Just a little update from a while ago. I got all the center block out that made the bench. You can see the pan liner went up behind it. It was not properly waterproofed. And now you can see all the water that's down there. And we're also getting a first look to see that the pan liner was laid in perfectly flat with no pre-slope, allowing that water to come back to the drain. So everything about that was installed wrong, which has led to this failure. Part of leading to this failure. Alright, we're going to tear more out and I'll update later. So I thought I was recording this whole time. I'm tearing out the mortar bed and further proof that the pan liner is completely flat and there's no pre-slope underneath of it. It's still holding water out there. We will update another video later where I tear the pan liner out and show that there's no pre-slope. But this video serves the purpose to show the drain. And the drain does not have the appropriate number 6 grade pea gravel around it to allow for weep hole protection. So if this pan was properly sloped, water could run down to the drain and it could pass through the pea gravel into the weep holes. And because there's no pea gravel in there, they only pack mortar around it. The mortar will stop up and plug the weep holes, thus not allowing water to pass through, which this pan is a failure anyway and water couldn't pass through anyway. But this is just one more thing that was done improperly on this job. I will update more as I tear more out. Okay, so I just wanted to document real quick. I finally got everything out. Shower's completely empty. I just got the pan liner loose. I haven't even pulled it up yet. I've cut it around the drain, so it's loose around the drain. I'll be jackhammering the drain here in a little bit, but I did that just so I can pick it up and roll it up. But let's take a first look here and let's see how bad this damage is. Look at that. Look at that. It's absolutely soaking wet underneath. I didn't expect anything less. The shower was a catastrophic failure. Had only been in service a couple of months. These poor folks had all this money. It's fucking terrible. Shame on that builder. Okay, so this is just another video walkthrough now that I've got everything completely demoed. You can just kind of see what's going on in here. Just looking at all the details that are pre-existing. The steamer control was accidentally left out before, so this is how they did it. They ran the control wire behind the baseboard on the exterior. So although not desirable, I guess it worked. I'm going to try and redo that. This cable right here powers the steamer. I don't really like the placement of it. I'd like to try and make that niche bigger if I can. So I may try and reroute that. Surprise them. Now I need to jackhammer the drain and figure out where it's going to go and center it in the area that's going to be floor space after the bench is built, so that way it looks more aesthetically pleasing. Okay, we'll post more later. Thanks.